What up, New Gaming Order? We back like juggernaut bitches. Tonight, I have Leoko Lion, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Equestrian himself, who is going to be co-hosting with me on the reaction show to TLC 2015 WWE that just aired. We were trying to get on about 37 minutes ago, and shit was just going down. I was looking to get certain people on, but for the sake of time and me having to be up at work early, I'm just going to start with what I have. Leoko Line, any introduction before we get started on our thoughts on this pay-per-view?
Greetings, every pony. I am Nirvana Sparkle. Of course, I do a YouTube channel called Code Equestria, and as of this week, we will be doing a weekly wrestling show called Equestrian Rumble. That will be every Friday. It will be podcast style, and you'll see the results on the YouTube. But as for TLC, it was a surprisingly good night tonight.
Yeah, it was. It was. All right. So, before we continue, Vinny, you there? And I hear a call.
Oh, alright.
Hey,
Vinny, you there? You made
hey.
it.
Oh, yes.
Yes, yes. All right. And you know what? You came at the right time. You can give us or introduce yourself to the audience and to the chat, and then I'll do my introduction and we'll get started.
Oh, I actually did that with Nelson before.
Oh, I mean, opening remarks before we get,
Oh.
into everything.
Honestly, I didn't watch the pre-show, so...
No worries. Leo Lion got us covered because I nodded off at the end of the damn pay-per-view, which turned out to be the best part. But it's all gravy. But with that, New Gaming Order, we're going to get started. Now, the pre-show, Leoko Lion, you got the spotlight. What happened on the pre-show?
The pre-show featured one match. It was a Divas match between Becky Lynch and hometown favorite Sasha Banks. Needless to say, Sasha Banks wins this match thanks to her fellow members in Team Bad and Unity.
Okay.
With some dirty pull, 2 bank statements, and a tap out, and Becky Lynch ends up the loser. But it was a great match for both. Of course, they're trying to build Becky as a top face, which I guess so. And of course, Sasha Banks continues on her winning ways. But of course, you have to give hometown advantage to Miss Sasha Banks. So of course, you're going to get the hometown victory here. She got the biggest pop of the night.
Oh, did she?
Be honest.
Interesting. All right. Well, I missed the pre-show, so I'm gonna rewatch it. I don't want to comment on it. And I know Vinny didn't see it either, so we're just gonna move on. First match of the main card, the triple threat tag team match between the New Day, Lucha Dragons, and the Usos. I want to state that this match exceeded my expectations. I did not know it was going to be as entertaining as it was. So, in the background, New Gaming Order, I can't do a triple threat tag team match where I can take one member from each team and put them in a TLC match just for your enjoyment. But I will say a couple of highlights of the night. Kalisto. What was that move he did off the top?
The Sola de Rey.
Yeah, he did that off the middle ladder onto another ladder. And who was it, Jay or Jimmy Uso, who was on the receiving end? And oh my God, bent that freaking thing in 90-degree angle, and the crowd was like, "This is awesome." When I saw that, I'm like, okay, it's a little fire, something interesting coming from WWE. I honestly did not have high hopes for this pay-per-view, but when the Lucha Dragons and the Usos are going like balls to the wall, man, that was a hell of a way to start off that pay-per-view. I think it started strong. The only thing with that, the ending or the conclusion of that match ruined any momentum that was, you know, this New Day shit has to fucking stop. I mean, I swear to you, and Demizo, I wish he was on tonight, but fucking hell, man. You had a great match. The Usos are doing their thing. The Lucha Dragons are doing their thing. And you freaking ruin it by letting Xavier Woods crack Kalisto with the freaking trombone. I'm like, this is so predictable. I'm like, wow. This New Day thing is getting old really fast. Stop it, WWE. You know, but Vinny, I wanted to get your thoughts on that match.
Honestly, that match was smooth until Russo did that off the ladder.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not a big fan of the Usos because they're pretty much John Cena of the tag team division.
You think so?
In my opinion, I think so.
Okay. Interesting.
New Day, I'm not really feeling them anymore. Again, I think Kofi and Big E are good single competitors.
And you know, also too, I think when a gimmick was funny for a while, yeah, you run with it. Just like Team Hell No, they ran with it for a while and then they stopped. But when you keep like going to the well, and you know, and this is why WWE is paying for their rating slump with Raw. You know what I mean? You need like deserving tag teams in there. You know what I mean? This is like really getting kind of stupid. I think, yeah, you know, the horse has a broken leg. It's time to take it behind the shed and take a pump handle shotgun to it and call it a day. You know?
Hey.
Yeah. So yeah, you know, that's just my opinion. You know, some people might be like, hey, you know, New Day rocks or whatever. I think New Day sucks. Like, it's getting old. It's corny. Stop it, WWE.
Oh, yeah.
You know? Alright, Leo Colion, what are your thoughts? And, hey, you don't have any restraints, my friend.
As a magical talking horse of Equestria, I am sick and tired of the New Day. I want them shot. I am putting out a $50,000 penalty for all their heads and their silly little horns.
Hold on. We can't advocate that on the show.
But I mean, oh my God.
Non-literal pounding, guys.
You ruined a great match with absolute trash. And what the heck was Xavier Woods doing on commentary for 95% of the match?
It was actually pretty funny, though. It was funny, but they shouldn't have the titles, man.
I mean, oh my God. It should have gone to the Luchas. I disagree with you, Vinny, about the Usos being John Cena for the tag teams, because if that were true, they'd have more than 2 tag team championships to their lineup. You gotta have at least 5 or 6 or 7 before you're John Cena territory.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm personally a Kid and Tyson fan. I mean, Cesaro and Kid fan.
Yeah.
Tag team.
Oh, well.
Hopefully they get back together soon.
Well, injury, you know, one has a shoulder injury, one possible career-ending neck injury for Samoa Joe. You know, like, it just, you know, gotta wait and see. That as long as they can get healthy, I know they'll come back with a big pop, and they can get the freaking titles off the fucking New Day. I'm getting sick of that shit.
But I mean, as for the match itself, man, that's how you kickstart a pay-per-view.
Man, it was almost reminiscent of when the Hardy Boys were around and Edge and Christian. It was close, but you know, WWE played it safe. You won't see spears off the top ladder and things like that anymore. But it was good, to say the least.
Yeah, it's definitely a 3.5 out of a 5-star match. It's a good way to start it, but the New Day have to lose the title at the Rumble. It has to go down.
Yeah, I mean, this... Yeah, I'm thinking also that, you know, again, people can take one joke but so many times after a while it gets like, okay, this is stupid. Like, come on, we gotta stop it. We gotta stop it. All right, so the next match in the shoot, Ryback versus Rusev. Lyoko Lion, I wanted you to open up on this one, and actually you could kind of lead this match topic while I set up the audio and video.
Right, but this match right here, this was clearly to build up the League of Nations as a dominant, like, heel faction, because really that's the only reason this match even matters. The storyline is so loosely tied that it's not even worth mentioning. And of course, Ryback was going to get jobbed, even though it was a 20-minute match and Ryback had his moments. But you knew Rusev was going to get the accolade. You knew they were going to do the Lana stick that they've been doing for the last 3 weeks of her faking an injury and making, Ryback look like the villain. This is obviously a TV match that needed to be on TV, not during a pay-per-view at all.
Do you feel that it was a filler match, to say the least?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's just to build up the League of Nations, nothing more, nothing less. It's not even worth talking about individually. It's a TV match is part of a pay-per-view. That's pretty much what it is.
Now, what I'll say is, I think that the pacing in the match was kind of boring. You see Ryback trying a little more with off the top rope drop kicks and splashes, and he doesn't want to just be that big guy. I see the effort there, but it's just not his character for some of the moves he was trying.
It doesn't translate well.
Yeah, so with that being said, they could have had another match in there in his place, but again, League of Nations build up. The whole thing with Lana pulling like the whole sensational Sherry, Miss Elizabeth type thing as like the distraction to causing Ryback to lose. Okay, I've seen it before. It was kind of predictable. That's just my thought. Vinny, what are your thoughts on this match?
Honestly, I thought halfway through it, and then I decided to go to YouTube because that was way more entertaining.
It was a bit boring. It wasn't one of the stronger matches of the night. I mean, hell, that started me nodding off because I went to the International Bike Show in New York, and I've been on the motorcycle. I'm really drained, so if it wasn't keeping me like on the edge of my seats, I was like catching Z's, and this match did that.
The rest of the night was great, but this was obviously the one lull.
Okay.
Everything throughout the night had its ups and downs.
The TLC pay-per-view has been the site of some amazing matches since the inception in 2009, and this contest is sure to rank.
Okay. Now, with that, Lyoko Lion, you're gonna do the same since I'm doing the operator portion. But the next match in the shoot, the chairs match for the United States Championship between Alberto Del Rio versus Jack We the People Swagger. What are your thoughts?
Alberto Del Rio, man, what a heel. I mean, he was pulling out all the heel tricks with chairs, but Jack Swagger showed up in maybe his best match in years. I mean,
I agree.
Patriot Lock with the chair, all the chair shots. He was selling it really well. He's pulling out his entire repertoire. He really put on a great match, and at times, and I was rooting for Jack Swagger to win.
Yeah,
because he really needs his career rebuilt. He is a dynamic talent, and I thought him having the U.S. title would get him started on this road. But Del Rio,
I can see him bringing back the legitimacy of the title since he's the all-American American.
Yeah, but Del Rio is just too strong, too good, too heel. And that finish, man.
Oh yeah, and we'll talk about the finish in a second. But Lyoko Lion, question: is Alberto's not in 2016? Is he?
No, he's not.
No, he is not, and he will not be added through DLC either.
So I have to put in a filler person because I normally try to. Alright, I'll put Enzio Amore as a backup. But I hate that. Like, I can't even do that for the damn Divas.
Because Alberto Del Rio was signed right before the game was finalized.
So he'll be in 2017 then. So
yeah.
All right, that's whatever. But I would say this match was freaking cool. It felt like a watered down or a mid-tone ECW match. You know, there was a lot of nods to Terry Funk and throwing chairs on people. Like Jack Swagger got piled on with chairs. I would also say that Swagger did show up. He did show up. I thought that was freaking cool. He you know, the crowd was behind him, had a good pop. But it's like these days WWE will go against what the crowd wants. I'm pretty sure the crowd would have erupted had Swagger taken the title from Del Rio. But like you said, Leo Ryan, Del Rio is that heel. he freaking Street Fighter Bison stomped Jack Swagger into those chairs in the corner, and that was the end of that, man.
And once again, it built the League of Nations, which they need to do. So that's definitely served its purpose, but definitely Jack Swagger's best match in a long time. I'd say it's a 4-star match for me.
Okay, good stuff. Vinny, what are your thoughts on the match?
Honestly, I think they're misusing Jack Swagger.
That's been like that for years. That's been like that for years. We all knew this.
But they're still misusing most of their talent. I'm not going to get into that whole discussion. Honestly, I kind of dozed off in the middle, you know. Again, I went back on my phone. I'm not huge on Jack Swagger or Del Rio. And I never have been, so I got back at the time, you know, at the end.
Okay.
He was doing the on-cross bar, over the rope, and he was doing the Patriot look.
Yeah, with the chair. That was cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll give it a 3.
3 out of 5?
Yeah.
Okay. I would say, again, WWE, listen to the crowd. Listen to the universe, as they like to refer to them as. They are the best. Like, you can't force like peas down a baby's mouth if they don't want it. They're gonna spit it up. And again, the Yoko Lion with the to building the League of Nations, very good. But one thing I did not like, the abrupt angle, and this is where the problem with WWE Creative is. They're too okay, he dumped Zeb Coulter. Alright, you got rid of this guy in Del Rio's camp, and there's no Mex America or whatever. I don't know if it was in response to folks not wanting some controversial political thing, but that was too abrupt of an end, and Coulter should have came out to accompany Jack Swagger. I think that they fucked up in that respect, and it goes to show you booking, man. They gotta get their shit together, man. That's all I got for it, But
I honestly think too. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, go ahead.
TLC was the point where they needed to build up the ratings again.
Okay, I agree. And they had every opportunity to do that, but that it goes to show you they don't know. They need new blood in there. They need the NXT writers to come up and handle it, because from what Shinwar of our podcast told me, I missed Raw or the beginning of Raw, and they had some NXT Extreme thing going on. It started off great and then it tapered off. So that means to tell you some people need to be fired. Vince Russo has been saying it for a long time. Get rid of these folks, and even with their promos, let them cut their own promos like Bray Wyatt does. That's the only way I believe that they can turn this ship around. But with that being said, Team Extreme versus the Wyatt family. Local Lion, what are your thoughts?
Yes! Finally, there is a God! They let the Wyatts win a feud!
Yeah, well, that was crazy, bro. That was crazy.
I mean, ECW.
What, man, wasn't it?
Oh, that's all I can say. Seeing that Bubba Ray was about to go all old school ECW and light a table on fire.
I can't believe they attempted that, though. Oh my gosh!
What had happened?
He was about to go old school in the piece.
Yeah, he freaking pulled the lighter fluid, and the crowd was going crazy in that match. You had to admit, it was good shit.
Yeah. I mean, you had tables, you had trash cans, you had kendo sticks.
There was a stop sign at one point.
Yeah. You had bodies all over the place. All that was missing was Joey Styles saying,
"Oh my God, yeah." That would have been freaking awesome, bro.
And it would have been just right on perfect. But the Wyatts, too strong, too much, and just crushed that poor Team Extreme.
Now, you know what? And again, I'm running into issues putting people in the WWE game because they're not on the damn roster. Yeah, Tommy Dreamer's not in there.
Yeah, Tommy Dreamer was signed.
Oh yeah, the Dudleys. Yeah.
I think Rhino's in there. Also be TLC.
Oh boy. WWE. This fucking roster sucks, man. Whatever.
Yeah, but you know, it was a great match, and the Wyatts needed this. The Wyatts needed a pay-per-view win. I know people are gonna argue the quality of opponent, but they needed something, and they finally got it.
Well, I mean, considering, you know, I'm just gonna put in filler people. DeMizzle made a great point, and I think this was brilliant booking to maintain the strength of the Wyatt family, because they're off the loss to the Brothers of Destruction, and considering that they often gets put in the same place that CM Punk used to find himself in, where he would job to like The Rock, he would job to Brock Lesnar, and then those people disappear, and then he's still there. You know what I mean? So I think WWE, when they were handling Punk, fucked that up. But at least somebody knows that, hey, let's do this right for the Wyatts, because they need to be that monster heel faction. I want to see these guys go against the League of Nations someday.
Oh yes, that goes back to Raw last Monday night when League of Nations was cutting a promo, and then the Wyatts come out, and the crowd was like that moment when the motorcycle gang enters the bar and the bar just stops.
Yeah, or when the Shield and the Wyatts faced off years ago, and the crowd's like, "This is awesome!" Like, you know, just that presence that the Wyatts bring. It's like, okay, you know they're about to fuck shit up.
Bray Wyatt for the Rumble, please.
You know what? This is gonna be interesting. You know how that pans out. But the pacing of the match, I think, was really good. You know, the slow trickle of eliminations was well placed. But Bubba being the last man standing, Halo 5 style and breakout. Oh my gosh, he did his thing though. And look, and the way Devon got eliminated, freaking Bray, freaking Wyatt, man. Oh my gosh, he went into that creepy, you know, high bridge, comes up and does that, you know, rock bottom / choke slam. You know, he had Devon's legs up in the freaking air and put him right through that damn table, clear and flat in the middle of the ring.
Yeah, I mean, it was a dominant win to be sure, and that's what they need. And they need to dominate at the Royal Rumble. These forces need a wreck shop.
Okay, so Vinny, what are your thoughts on the match? I gotta make sure I got the audio thing properly.
Great match. solid like 4.5 for me. And because, you know, personal 3D fan. But I feel more people should have been eliminated on the Wyatts.
What's that? Oh, okay. I agree.
So then at the end, it would be Bubba versus Bray. From there.
Showing an aggressive side here.
Okay. Well, you know what? I thought about that. I mean, Rowan got eliminated early, and then that was it. You know, Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman. Like, I thought they were gonna eliminate him early on, and I was like, all right, whatever. You know. But it was just to maintain their strength, to say, hey, you know, fuck the Dudley Boys, fuck ECW, we're the Wyatt family. Fuck your couch. That's pretty much what happened. You know.
For me personally, I think it should win. It would be that's more entertaining.
Okay. And you know what? Duly noted. But the Wyatts win in convincing fashion. So we got that. Now, next, I'm going to fire up what's that? Dean Ambrose versus Kevin Owens. So with that, Lyrical Lion, you got the floor with this as I set up the match and audio.
Congratulations, Dean Ambrose. You've avoided your bus ticket, and you have shown that you actually belong here.
You and this bus ticket. What the heck? Oh my God. He's been like, oh, Dean Ambrose. Oh my goodness.
Now, Dean, now that you're Intercontinental Champion, you've earned the right to be my janitor. So clean up my floors. But
unbelievable.
Congratulations, Dean. You've earned this. And obviously, this is the move Kevin Owens towards the world title picture, which really, that's where he needs to be. Kevin Owens looked dominant in this match, did his thing. Dean Ambrose did his crazy thing.
They had good chemistry in the ring tonight. They had, I think they did their thing with this.
I mean, this was match of the night. And the thing that makes me happier is now it gives JBL nightmares.
Really? Oh, yeah.
That Dean Ambrose will do with the Intercontinental title. So his pain is my pleasure. But he is now part of the crew now as the janitor.
Unbelievable.
He's off the bus for the moment. Congratulations, Dean. You pulled off the match of the night. So you also get a cookie and a bonus check.
You know what? I'm going to take that bus ticket, shred it up, throw it up in the air with confetti because Dean Ambrose did the damn thing. I actually shot an Xbox Live message to Demizzle and I said, Dean freaking Ambrose. And I was doing yes, Daniel Bryan style. And I guess Demizzle said he'd rather Kevin Owens have retained, but Dean Ambrose needed this. And not only that, the match was exciting. It was like, man, this guy was... It was just exciting. It was what a pay-per-view match should have been, right? Yeah, kicking out of different moves, counters, and what have you. I mean, this was more than what I expected it to be. And I think with the rating slumps, and shout out to Black Dragon, who is watching us, we were talking on Facebook during the pay-per-view, and I said that this was probably like an attempt to bump those ratings because they wanted Dean Ambrose as champion. They have a plan for the WWE Championship, so to kind of quiet those folks, give them the IC title. And if this works out, you might see a spike in ratings because of Dean Ambrose, but it's gonna taper off. They're gonna have to figure something out. But Dean Ambrose is he needs to be white hot. He has to go on a streak for a bit, and I'm very, very happy, And this is one of the few things that WWE got right. So, good job to you, Dean Ambrose. Congratulations. Vinny, what are your thoughts?
Honestly, I don't mind giving one because Dean Ambrose is a good face. He plays the role. is a lunatic fringe.
Yeah.
Kevin Owens, perfect heel. He honestly might be the closest thing to replacing CM Punk as like heel basis.
Okay, because he loves to get on that mic. He did that right before the match.
Yeah. So, like, I mean, this is no, like, you know, first take Cena versus Owens feud, only because, like, that match was incredible. That set the bar for Owens, and it always will until he can pass that bar.
Okay.
But, again, I'm glad that Dean Ambrose is one of my favorites. I mean, I love him in the Shield. So,
yeah.
I'm glad he won. He looks phenomenal with the title, too.
Yeah.
And he stole the title from Seth Rollins.
yeah, that was freaking funny as hell. And to say the performance between Kevin Owens and Dean Ambrose, again, it's to me the triple threat match for with New Day, Lucha Dragons, and Usos, and this match are kind of neck and neck for a match of the night.
Yeah, I agree.
Because man, Kalisto, that move, oh my gosh. If JR was calling that match, he was like, oh God in heaven, he killed him, don't do it. But
I just know that if I was ever Kalisto, I would not have the balls to do that.
Yeah, I just, hopefully his balls didn't get jacked up.
Hopefully he gets a Slammy award in a week or two.
Okay. And not only that, what about that counter where Dean Ambrose, was getting thrown, set up for the pop-up powerbomb, and if Hurricane Rana into the freaking, he pulled a Rey Mysterio.
Win.
Yeah. I mean, and you know what? It kept Kevin Owens looking strong. It's not like he just got flat out burnt or bombed. That he got outclassed technically, but Kevin Owens, that man has really proven himself, and with that being said, you guys can.
He has my respect as a professional wrestler. I've never seen a guy jump from the second to the top rope and then do a moonsault. So.
For his size, he, I have to say he's on it. He's definitely on it.
Yeah.
All right. So with that. Unfortunately, because I don't have the Divas, we're just going to leave Dean Ambrose versus Kevin Owens up in WWE 2K16. But Paige versus Charlotte.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on Paige versus Charlotte? Because I would say this. I am not liking the direction that they're going with Charlotte.
I agree with you on that.
You know what? Black Dragon and I were talking about this. So like, okay, is she becoming a heel? And here's my problem. Charlotte was freaking awesome with her persona. But trying to indoctrinate her and make her like freaking her dad. Like, I think that she needs to have her own identity, but still being that Charlotte Flair, but don't have to be Daddy Flair. I think that she should have beat Paige clean. There shouldn't have been any cheating. That kind of discredited her and ruins like her legitimacy when she beat Nikki Bella. She shouldn't need help. And she look, she's in great shape, amazing tactical wrestler. But you're pulling a Seth Rollins with her. And the one thing. Seth Rollins is a phenomenal performer, and I'm wishing him a speedy recovery. But the way that they booked him, like, okay, he would cheat and get J&J security or the authority to help him, and then you have him knocking off people like Sting. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make sense. You gotta make sure that the booking is consistent. So Paige gets her butt beat, cheat like illegitimate means now. Wasn't Paige supposed to be built up to be the heel? Now you got people confused. So, I wanted to make sure that Black Dragon got credit for that conversation he and I had. But, Lyoko Lion, what are your thoughts on Paige versus Charlotte?
To paraphrase a line from Pokemon, your Charlotte Flair has evolved into Ric Flair.
Yeah. That is freaking. You are a freaking funny guy, man. Oh my god.
I mean, that's pretty much what we're talking about. Ric Flair has gotten over again and uses his own blood to get over.
Yeah, he needs to just let her be her, you know. They're fucking it up.
This guy is like the Conor Raw of the WWE. He will die. Ric Flair's dark magic will not let him die.
Oh, you know what was it? The Lazarus Pits from Batman, like, you know, Ra's al Ghul. He's sticking around a little longer than he should.
It'll be interesting to see who becomes
the
alpha.
When Charlotte Flair was genetically superior in NXT and doing her own thing, she looked like one of the most dynamic talents of the next 10 years. Now, she's Ric Flair's like body possession. This is like Santa took control of Charlotte's body, only it's her father doing it. I mean, get Ivy
that sounds kind of crazy.
Get Ivy to hop on the phone and get me Kobayoko so we can own this possession right now.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. And the worst part of it is, it's a two-heel feud now in a division
looks like he's in no
full
man's
of
land here. He needs to be able to put
heels.
things
Yeah, we need to, you know, stop it. But you know what? I think that they're trying to keep Charlotte's character interesting. It's like she's a heel, but they're like hinting at it, but not fully. You know, Flair needs to go away. Proper Flair, go away. You know, let your daughter have her time. You know what I mean? Because what's going to happen, let's say Flair goes away, and, you know, what happens to the supporters? And, you know, Paige made a lot of true statements. Had it not, okay, she's standing under that light for too long, and when he's gone, where is she going to be on her own? She was doing fine on her own before. And then shoehorning Daddy Flair in there like that, wrong answer. Vinny, what are your thoughts?
Honestly, halfway through the match, I was confused on this was a heel versus heel or face versus a heel. But I gotta, give it to Paige though. I think she was more deserving to win. Only because she was, being like actual fighting about it, not, having a supporter like Flair.
But you know what? The Divas division, story-wise, it has become extremely interesting. You know, like, I think I tune in a little more and pay more attention than I have in the past. But shit, like, what the hell?
Divas Revolution was actually going good.
Yeah, but you know what? WWE Creative, they're fucking it up hard. They fire some of these writers, man.
Wake me up when Sasha Banks is your champion.
That or Becky Lynch.
Well, you see, I'm not too sold on Becky Lynch because maybe I haven't seen enough of her. But, you know, that time will tell.
I've seen Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch go at it in NXT, so that's different from like,
main roster.
Yeah.
All right. So with that being said, Leo Lion, you got the floor with Sheamus versus Roman Reigns for the title. I tried to stay awake. I don't know. I fell asleep. Shit happened. It's all gravy. But you got the floor, man.
The greatest championship in all of sports contested in a TLC match. And this was a interesting match, to say the least. It was actually good. I mean, you had big spots. You had Roman Reigns looking very strong, very convincing. And you had Sheamus having his moments of actually being very strong and very convincing. But at the end of the day, it's thanks to the League of Nations that the worst haircut in the WWE survives for yet another month as your champion supreme.
Now, you know what? I wanted to add something to that. Many of you may not know that freaking Sheamus is going to play Rocksteady in the new Ninja Turtles movie. So I think that also is playing a big part into why he is holding the championship. It's no different than the whole Batista when he came back for a little while and he was in a movie role and what have you. And I just say they could have done that a little different. That's just my thoughts on it. Go ahead.
I mean, this is a superb match, but it wasn't really the match that sold the entire thing. Because the match is a 3.5, 4. No, it's what happened after. Because what happened after is Roman Reigns unleashed the dark magic and joined the dark side of the Force and wrecked havoc on everyone.
Oh, he pulled a Steve Austin, huh? Like, you know.
This is like Steve Austin. Like, would be now.
I mean, and the one that got the brunt of it was old sledgehammer head himself, Triple H. Triple H got turned to dust.
Oh, wow.
Multiple chair shots going through getting power bombed through onto a table and then elbowed through it.
Wait, what happened to Roman Reigns? Like, the way you're describing is not the Roman Reigns that, you know. All right, go ahead, Vinny.
What happened at the end of the match is they came in with the ovations, or what they call themselves. They came in and ruined it. They were celebrating. And then Roman Reigns just went like straight up like
Super Saiyan, pretty much?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, Cole. I don't think Sheamus has ever been shy about anything in his life, especially when it involves his WWE career.
Okay. And now, is this the Roman Reigns that the fans would accept as opposed to the whole trying to be the nice guy type thing?
Oh, yes.
I would say as long as Sheamus is champion, if he continues to get screwed over, yeah.
Because, you know, nice guys aren't going to, you know, make it in the WWE. As you can see, look at how Cena gets roasted like his pig getting stuck in the mouth and having the stick come out his ass type thing.
Yes, during the match you had chants of "We want Cena" and
they're like, "We want Cena, Cena sucks," or "Bring back Cena." I think the chants were before I fell asleep. But you know what? Here's the thing: the WWE audience is entitled to their opinion, but I think that they still have to respect the athletes that are in the ring. You know, because I remember they were chanting for CM Punk. Or some obscene stuff towards Nikki Bella. You know, some of them got to remember, like, damn, you know, chill out a little bit because we got it. They don't want to see what's in the ring. But they could have chose to leave. Why you stay there and heckle it, you know? But
at the end of the night, they were saying, "Thank you, Roman."
Thank you. Oh, you know what? I think this was a plan. If what you guys are saying is true, I think it was a plan to make for that big payoff. We're about to hit WrestleMania, road to WrestleMania, and you know what? What I don't think is fair is the fact that a year ago, now going on a year, going into Royal Rumble, Roman Reigns started his journey. And a year later, still not where he was supposed to be. You know what I mean?
I still don't believe he hasn't convinced me that he's championship material yet.
No.
Okay, well, what I look at though, they need to look at WWE 2K16, right? You still have an Attitude Era person on the cover of the game. They need to build somebody new. You know what I mean? And it's like the audience doesn't want. Like, I don't know, what does the WWE universe want?
WWE Universe wants them to take a DeLorean back to 1996 and everything to be 1996. But as we saw tonight, some of these bodies just can't take it. I mean, Roman and Sheamus looked in shambles. I don't know how the Lucha Dragons are going to be, or the Usos coming out of these matches. You know, yes, it's exciting, but it's career shortening. It's destructive. That's one of the reasons I never liked the Attitude Era and consider the Attitude Era the worst era in professional wrestling.
Really? Wait a minute. Like that, I think it was its golden era, man.
Because guys were shortening their careers for the short-term pop of being on everybody's tip of the tongue. And this pay-per-view and how the fans reacted just shows my opinion of the fans. They're in DeLorean mode. They want everything to go backwards. They don't appreciate actual good wrestling unless somebody's nearly getting killed.
Back in the ring now.
They don't appreciate pure mat wrestling. These wrestling fans of this generation just can't get this done inside the ring.
And you know what? I want to add too that the fans are actually hypocrites, because when you look at how John Cena gets criticized for the 5 moves of doom, then you got Brock Lesnar who does a suplex 16 times to John Cena and drops the title to this man, which started that crazy, you know what I mean?
Back in the Attitude Era, he was more moves that big Brock Lesnar was compared to now.
Now it's like rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. The crowd goes crazy over it. But how do you villainize John Cena, but you got one guy doing one move 16 fucking times? That's why I didn't like Brock Lesnar. I actually hated the fact that it was so over. I'm like, what the fuck are you like watching? Like,
yeah, it's because the majority of wrestling fans nowadays, Attitude Era was what they grew up into. They were not grown up into the 70s and 80s like I was. I'm an 80s kid. I'm 31, by the way. So I grew up in the 80s. I grew up watching NWA, WCW. I grew up watching actual technical wrestling and really appreciating the technical part of the sport. Now, granted, I can get as excited over a good ladder or table smash as much as the next guy, but I also understand that's taking 3 or 4 months off of your career if you take one of these matches. And especially with the way that people's fitness are in this modern day of wrestling, they can't take that kind of abuse. That's how Seth Rollins got into this mess.
Well, yeah, he tried to do that sunset flip to Kane, and man, I saw the video of that. It was pretty gruesome. That looked like it hurt.
I mean, but for Roman Reigns, to get back on subject, this is exactly what Roman Reigns needed. I was actually happy to see him turn to the dark side. I loved every chair shot, and he even said, "I know I'm going to be fired."
Yeah.
So
he's like, "Sayonara, I gotta go get change."
Yeah.
Oh man! All right. Well, with that, Leo Lion, I'm gonna give you the floor to kind of grooming you to bring us to a close, and any plugs to your sites and your projects.
Well, guys, starting this week, this Friday or Saturday, comes Code Equestria Equestrian Rumble, a weekly WWE show that me and my friend David Owen does. Occasionally, Alex and the rest of the boys will make guest appearances when available. Of course, if you want to check out what I do, which I am a YouTube reviewer of My Little Pony episodes, video games, entertainment, and of course now wrestling. If you want to check it out, go to youtube.com/C/code Equestria1 and hit the subscribe button. I'm trying to get the 15,000 views by the end of the year. So I'm really going to need you guys' help to accomplish that. Any subs and any views will be well loved. You can find me on Xbox using the hashtag LeocoLion, just like Alex did a long time ago in a galaxy far away.
Funny stuff.
Or PSN, you can find me under Nirvana Sparkle.
All right, got it. All right, and Vinny, we're glad to have you, back for, I guess, hopefully it'll be more recurring thing, but, any words in conclusion?
No, I'm just glad to be back, and I should be back for the Royal Rumble.
Okay, yes.
Which I will be too, as always.
Awesome. And for those watching live, it was brought to my attention that there was an audio issue. Like, there was an update that was going on with my OBS and some changes, and it wiped my settings. So if the game audio was overlapping, please pardon that, as that was something unforeseen. So bear with me with that. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Check us out on NewGamingorder.com for your latest and greatest gaming news. Be sure to tune in for Lunchtime TV, where breaking news, I'll actually be talking about that as it comes, so that, we are more current, so to speak. Shout out to Nelson, who's also in the chat, Black Dragon, and the other viewers. Again, feedback is always appreciated, and whomever wants to help join our product, like, I'm looking for a website manager to take the load off of posting news to the website, so I can focus on other things. But with that being said, we out like the Juggernaut bitch. Tune in next month for the Royal Rumble, where I have hopefully Demizzle will be on that one as well. But Vinny, I hope to have you back. LeocoLion, I know you're a mainstay, man. You got your fanship.
Yeah.
All right. So
every month, man. You know you can count on me. Find peace in your own nirvana, everyone. Friendship is the answer. And I will see you guys next month.
All right. Awesome. All right. Take it easy, everybody. We'll see you on the next show. Peace.